The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of these Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them. As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the Star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
That's right. That's right.
What?
Didn't you, Junior, say something about that? As long as the gates are closed, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a red solo.
Red solo? I'm a magenta pair. Me too. That means we'll be in a team this time. I think we'll do great. Yeah. Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair. Huh? Wait a second. Fluna and Clover are a magenta pair. Fi's a cyan pair and Kay's a yellow pair. Who the hell am I supposed to be partner up with? The cyan pair, I imagine.
Find our mysterious partner.
How do you figure that? Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan? Green and blue, right? What color would you get by adding your red to that? Red, green, and blue would be white. Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be a white?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one. In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light. Nobody's even traveling, we're just seeing which way they went.
No! Yeah, I saw him too, and then it goes again. This time following her path. After we finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he was talking about. Oh no!
The thing is, it's the exact same path too. It's not even from a different angle they came from. They went down the same path. It's showing us the same path twice in a row.
Oh gosh, this game. They had the same little lock thingies too. I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors. What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes. If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
Wonder what colors they are. As far as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should also have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going to the infirmary. Kind of worried about Alice and Quark. I'll go too.
Don't lie, Clover. You're just worried about Alice. As will I. Oh, that's right. Wait, guys. There's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it?
Go on. I meant to say something earlier, but I guess there was just so much other stuff going on. I looked at Phi. She nodded back. See, the truth is... What?
Oh no.
That was Luna, but...
Oh no. You found another bomb?
Yeah. Where? In the garden.
No. That's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No. No way. Checked every part of that room.
There was a number on this one too. It said 01. Since the one we found in the crew quarters said 03 on it, well...
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
I think there's a good chance.
Two milkmen go comedy. Very well, we should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
Go comedy.
Yeah, I agree.
But even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
That is a concern for later. That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
You can't find an enemy you can't see after all.
John Cena!
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and everybody else know.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is, let's see.
Quite a bit, actually.
1 hour and 57 minutes.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
Sounds good to me. Right. I'll let the others know too.
Good. Let's go. Sorry, I only know that bit. Oh, you just wanted a different song now, okay.
No, that's what it keeps going
Oh,
into.
Florb.
E plurb is unum.
So these are the white doors that Kay and Clover were talking about. Yeah, there's the lock thing. No question there are chromatic doors. These are chromatic doors, I guess.
So it seems.
Ah! What? When did you...
I've been here the whole time.
Seriously? I didn't notice you at all.
Oh. Guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad.
Urgh. So what do you want? Why are you stalking me?
I'm not stalking you. Just followed you here.
That's pretty much the same thing. But how did you do it? You were totally silent. Are you Batman?
I already told you I'm not.
I'm not sure if you remember that. That was first stream.
No. Remember back in the AP room we met?
Yeah, actually. If you went the whole, I'm not Batman, I'm not, I'm not a K-Man,
yeah,
I'm not,
I vaguely remember
this whole
that,
thing
yeah.
is like, I am no man.
I am no man.
You'd also jump super high all the way up to the ceiling.
Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
Graffiti. Oh yeah, that. Memento mori if the 9th lion ate the sun. Did a kid write that or what?
Why do you say that?
Well, they managed to spell 9th wrong. Who puts an E in there?
You're right.
Then again, maybe it means something.
Did we not establish that this one is what is it? Or did we never establish the pattern for this one?
Anagram?
Is that a Ace Attorney character that I forgot about?
No, but it should be.
Anagram should definitely be an Ace Attorney character.
But actually, no, the name should be an anagram of anagram. Also,
Yeah,
Phi.
but that's like her alter ego. Her persona is anagram, and then when you learn her real name, it's actually an anagram of the word.
I don't know, I feel like it'd be better the opposite way. Because you wouldn't see it coming, because why would you think to unscramble letters? And they're like, it turns out it's anagram.
Her name is Anagram.
Yeah.
That is funny. Or, you're right.
Just because you wouldn't think to do it, and then when it happens, you'd be like, that was so dumb.
Yeah, like, I can't believe I didn't think about it. Do you know what it means? The Latin part?
You know, give me a little credit. Even I know what memento mori means. You see it all over the place. As far as I know, it translates to something like, be aware of death or remember your mortality. Never forget that we all die someday. That's the sort of cautionary thing.
What about the other part?
It's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of conditional about lions and suns. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
Me? Huh. Well, let's see. Memento mori if the 9th lion ate the sun. Memento mori if the 9th lion ate the sun. I repeated the words over and over in my head, but nothing. Whatever they meant, it was beyond me. Perhaps Phi. Latin.
Hmm?
Don't you know Latin? Maybe you can figure more of it out.
Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert.
Then how do you know that phrase? Lapsum samel occasionem non ipse potest iupta reprehendere.
Oh, that. That's from this. This?
She unpinned the brooch from her chest as she spoke and held it out to me.
Brooch.
I hesitated for a moment, then took it.
Look at the back.
I turned it over. Elupsum semel occasionem non ipse potest iupida reprehendere. So I guess the L is pronounced like a J in Jatin, huh?
Yatin.
Jatin.
Yatin. Yeah.
What is this?
A memento of my late mother. Guess you can guess it's something like a memento.
What does that mean?
She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the... How did you pronounce it? Brooch? Where the
Brooch.
brooch had come from.
It's 2 O's, the brooch.
Sure. I just wanted to be consistent with the hidden world pronunciation of that word. I am brooch. Apparently it was the only thing my mother had left behind.
What about your father?
I don't have one. I guess you could say that I was a bastard. Never saw his face, now I know his name. I don't even know if he's alive.
Oh.
Fi.
I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back the brooch.
Look within your heart. You know it to be true. I am.
We
vampire.
are brooch. Oh.
Oh, we are brooch. Heartache through heartache.
Bye.
that phrase kind of got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. It got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. L'absenza l'occasione non ipse protesta Jupiter reprendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. It sounds nice, doesn't it? But seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. And I find it kind of funny. Find it kind of sad. Oh, we've done what Jupiter can't. Oh, we can find our lost opportunity. That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this alone.
Yeah, I agree.
There's something else we need to do too.
Find the number 2 bomb.
Exactly. We should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't there. There's nowhere to hide it. So,
You're saying we should go somewhere else?
yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started toward one of the exits. I followed. Archives.
Is that how you pronunciate that word?
It's pronunciation-ate.
Oh, excuse me.
The archives. good place to hide a bomb. Now where the hell do we start looking? I don't know, that sentence just made me much more uncomfortable as a librarian.
That's rough. That's real rough, buddy. As good a place as any to hide a bomb. I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
So what about that Jupiter stuff?
We can talk while we look. Now get started.
I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Fi spoke.
Ooh, Fi ending. I'll start with the conclusion I've come up with.
We're not necessarily getting an ending, but...
Well, yeah, but this is like ending music, isn't it?
This is...
This
I
is
don't know.
plot.
This is tangent music. Like when they were talking about like the Titanic in the first game, they'd use this, or Ice 9, or...
Yeah. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry, through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds.
Worlds?
Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. I'm talking about a whole different universe. Really, parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know the many worlds interpretation?
Well, kind of. I think I've heard of it once or twice.
Well, in the many worlds interpretation, you would have heard it a million times.
Hi?
I was trying to think of what what my character would be feeling in this moment. Oh well. I'll just explain it. Let's say, I don't care where it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your arms up on your hips. Anything.
I had no idea what this is supposed to explain, but I did as she'd asked. What are we doing? Scratch head, cross arms, put hands on hips, applaud, others.
Others.
Cheer, blow a kiss, tap dance, moonwalk, others.
Others.
Back to the first page.
Others. Moonwalk.
Slide, slide, slide.
He's like,
No, I think he literally just walked backwards.
Yeah, like the people who say they can moonwalk and they're just like shifting, like they take a step back every time. It's like, yeah, I'm doing it, aren't I? It's like, no, you're not. Is that supposed to be moonwalking?
Yeah. I'm pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Sure. But you might want to try going backwards next time.
He just walked.
Forward. He's just walking. He's like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She had to identify somehow as moonwalking, attempt at moonwalking though, so I'm assuming he just walked slowly.
You just watched. That's so funny. This game is very funny.
Were you even looking? I was going backward. Watch. Slide, slide, slide.
He just does it again. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Thank you. I've never seen the moonwalk response.
Really? Nobody picks moonwalk?
There's 8 choices. I've seen the game like 3 or 4 times total. So like, statistically,
such a choice.
Half of them I wouldn't say.
So funny. Anyway, you did just do the moonwalk, right?
Right.
But you could have chosen to scratch your head or cross your arms. Now, maybe there's other Sigmas in other worlds who did all those things. All those worlds and realities are branching off of one another. The choices you could have made branch off the moment you decided what you were going to do. Now, every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on, into infinity.
And beyond.
Each of those branches is an alternate world. A world where a version of you did something different. Yeah, peeing queen. Can you see? It's too bright.
Oh, it's Gunter.
I just learned how to crochet last week.
Yeah, we discussed it on stream.
I don't know if the viewers discussed
Yeah, you said you were making a hat during stream.
Oh, yeah, I finished the hat. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been if you had made different choices? What if you've gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group?
Yeah,
What
sorry.
if you had told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But those what ifs, in reality, but those what ifs really.
But are those?
But are those what ifs really? I'm getting there. But are those what ifs really just what ifs? What if a reality in which I pronounced that sentence correctly?
I don't think there is one.
You never know. There is one statistically.
No, I think statistically there's not a single one.
There's not a timeline in which I said that right.
Don't worry, there's quite a lot where you pronounced it, where you said it worse. So
Oh no!
there's one where you said it backwards, and there's one where you said it in Latin, and it was the only time you ever spoke Latin in that timeline. You didn't even know it.
No. Terrible.
Okay, well, fine.
Or are those other worlds out there where you, or are there other worlds out there where you chose those? I can't even. Anyways, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. Waggity smaggity doo. That simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions though. I just use your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even the fluctuations in air temperature. All these things can change history.
Whoa. Hold on a second here. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
What?
All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, you can say that all your actions are the results of atoms or electrons or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet.
We've discovered smaller particles than electrons. They're called, crap, what are they called?
Quarks.
Quarks aren't even the small. Are they the smallest? I guess they're the smallest. Yeah.
Literally the game establishes what a smaller one is. ChatGPT, are you not paying attention?
Listen, I don't know what timeline we're in. I just got here.
No. This is a timeline where you spent all of your brain power to learn how to mispronounce Latin. You actually are like a savant and can pronounce it out perfectly, but in this timeline you've chosen to mispronounce it.
No, I can mispronounce it perfectly.
Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air?
I say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying?
So, falling in love is like a tornado forming in South America. I can agree.
Yeah. As somebody who has both fallen in love and been to South America, I can concur.
Oh, I thought you were gonna... And formed a tornado in South America.
Listen, I can't confirm nor deny that I have started a tornado in South America. The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out. Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
Oh, no, not yet.
Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics?
I just want to someday in my life, just mid-conversation to somebody, be like, how familiar are you with quantum physics?
Listen, if you were to ever tell me that casually and, like, meant what you were going to say next, I would strap in, because, like, oh boy, is that going to be a bumpy ride.
I mean, I'll be honest, I have a passing interest in quantum physics, and I do read about it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to be telling me some good stuff.
Oh,
you're gonna be
I mean, I don't know about that.
That's what I'm saying.
It'll probably be like, what the heck does this even mean? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just regurgitating information.
Yeah, actually, knowing you, that is exactly what would happen.
Listen, quantum physics are like nutty. I don't know how anybody I don't know if anybody understands it. Even people who study it. They're just like, this is how it happens. We don't know why. Anyways.
Never mind. Don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see.
Simple quantum physics.
Hey. Hand me that box, William.
This one? It's clearly attached to a puzzle we haven't done? Sure. Handed the box I've been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also, there's that stuff lying there. Perfect. He's part of the Felidae too.
With that, she grabbed the line and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight and an ink jar and put them next to the line.
Oh, I see what she's trying to do. Right. Everything's ready.
Ready?
Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all the stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking for the...
So only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Well, there's a stuffed lion.
From now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat meow.
Oh man. This again?
Sorry, I can't help it.
Can't help it?
Yeah, that's what it said.
I find that hard to believe. Fine. Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
for what it's worth. Alright, what else do you see?
Oh wait, that's not even a pond. And a jar of ink.
Right. Right now, the weight's going to be radioactive material. And the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of here.
Idiot. It's not really full of gas. It's just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas.
Imagine Sigma's head is not full of gas.
Impossible. So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
In the jar of ink?
It's full of poison gas.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles in the radioactive material that the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. Now, let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. Whoa! And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproof, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. So basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Now, do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
It breaks, gas fills the box, the cat inhales it, and death will whisk her away.
What if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives to tell the tale. Like, I don't even know why I writes the puns there. Like, you're verbally unable to tell that's what tale that is.
Ha ha. What are the chances of either of those things happening?
About 50%.
Uh-huh. So what's your answer? Is the cat alive or...
I can't possibly know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Did I hear that?
No, you're breaking up.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
Is it alive or is it dead?
It's alive.
The cat is, pause for dramatic effect, alive.
Nope. You're wrong.
It's dead?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer?
The answer is that it's in a state where it's neither dead nor alive.
What? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upwards or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. So we can't know when they're emitted or where. We can only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system.
You okay? You okay?
In other words, the box is like an atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. I'm trying to keep track of where I leave everything.
Okay.
Do you get it? The cat's in. If the cat in the box is possibilities,
Then it's both alive and dead.
right. So let's open the lid. And when we do it, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is just one theory for explaining that weirdness.
So there's another world out there where this cat died?
Yeah, that's the idea. Looked like the cat ticks of yours cleared up.
Yeah. Well, your story is pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time? And if the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose Betray, what was my vote?
Ally.
But what happened this time?
I chose Ally and you chose Betray.
Right. And both times, I put my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline.
See? Oh, I see. Well, that makes it a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, well, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray. But I made my choice a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
That's my choice in the future altered your action in the past?
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it.
Now that I thought about it, round 1 had been the same. When I'd chosen Ally, Alice had chosen Betray. And when I'd chosen Betray, she'd done the opposite.
Look at this dice.
Hey there, Shell, welcome. How are you?
Hello. Find it over there. Now, let me give you one last example.
As she spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid. You're confused, Shell? Why?
Alright, answer this question. What number is a die on?
Well, what number is it on?
4. No,
Oh, oops.
too late.
Has to be 4. People are having issues going live on Twitch? Interesting.
We kind of had issues going live on Twitch.
Yeah, no, we didn't have issues going live. We had issues with some other technical stuff unrelated to Twitch. That was Discord related.
I'm gonna open the lid. Haha! Good job. You got it right.
That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
4, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die was still a collection of atoms, isn't it?
Oh wait, I actually did get an alert 12 minutes ago saying people are having problems going live. But maybe it's because I'm already live.
Yeah. Listen, now we're the only person on Twitch. Everybody's gonna have to watch us.
I mean, no, there's anybody who was live before that too.
It's okay. I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number.
Or it might have been that number that you declared which one it was.
Become that number when you declared, but yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, there's gonna be a fire department truck coming by. I don't know if it's gonna be too loud. If it is, just stop me from talking. Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
That's crazy.
Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousness just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in the other worlds.
Whoa. I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you knew all those other things you shouldn't have known.
Yeah. That's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump.
I want to check really quickly the flowchart. Oh, we're still there.
Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often we don't seem to be... Oh, is it too loud?
It's not too loud. We heard it a little, but it's not too loud.
And often we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of to say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
What's causing this, then? I don't remember ever doing this beforehand, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just...
Just what?
Well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why do we have to... Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarter?
You aren't kidding, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. And all 9 of us are locked up inside the box right meow.
if you had it backwards?
Backwards?
We're outside the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
In the moment we step out of this place.
Yeah. We might be determining the history of the world outside.
No way. I had 1,000 other questions before I could open my mouth to ask them.
Oh, good. There you are. Did something happen? Yes! We found it!
Found what?
What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
Is this it?
Yeah. This is one of them, alright.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found them all now.
No, could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really, but, I wasn't the first person to find it. Who was? Kay and Luna. They found it and came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Temioji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark and the others. So were Alice and Quark, of course. Though they were still asleep. So anyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see. Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where'd they all go?
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were gonna look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked on them just to be sure, but they seem fine.
That's good. Fi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everyone's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Do you want to know what they were?
It took her only a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo, and Quark was a blue solo. Dio's bracelet made him a yellow pair, and Tenmyoji was a cyan pair. So, what are our options for groups?
The next set of doors we open are going to be white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so we get white.
Fi laid out what that would mean. Option A. Fi and Tenmyoji cyan would pair with me red. Kay and Dio yellow would pair with Quark blue. Clover and Luna magenta would pair with Alice green.
Huh? There's only one option?
I'll probably still call it option A.
Yeah. Any other combination don't make white.
What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while until they wake up.
We'll just have to carry them. Secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them,
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
exactly. Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry her?
Yeah. Well, I can get Luna to help me. True, I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about Quark?
He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Well, we still need to figure out what we're going to do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with the remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking about.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonators?
Oh. Oh! You mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Yep. Right over there.
The reactor. Yeah. There were supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that one's one of them, then there could be a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350 milligrams.
If there really is that much. And if it does explode, then we will be looking at an explosion of roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
No. That's insane.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that? Know what? Stuff about antimatter reactors. Well, that's, during my training, they...
Training for what?
My job?
Ah, of course. I didn't realize waiters these days need to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide. Or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, she's right then.
And why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. I work at the cafe. It might just be, it might just, be, kind of a fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
What?
Then what's your real job? I'm sorry. I really can't tell you. Anything else? Why not? It's classified.
Classified by who?
The government. The government?
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state, or something. So you two do work together.
Ah. Oh no. Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
What are you talking about?
Until the doors open. How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly.
Damn. We were supposed to have met up 5 minutes ago.
I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay?
Why are we not going with you?
Bye.
We're going to the same place. Hey, you haven't... Damn it.
You guys could literally talk while you're walking.
And she's gone. Fine. She's right, you know. We need to get going.
Hold on. I need to check something real quick.
Oh,
Really
what?
quick.